back to Stream It. Season 5.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been so long.
I think the last one we did was like our Christmas special.
Yeah.
So
That
that's
makes
telling.
sense.
Now we're in spring.
This show's gonna be like when you have a garden hose and you like crank it up and you just hold it and then you let it go and the water goes.
What?
A garden
lot of
hose?
pressure
When
on
you
No, I
hold-
understand
You don't go-
kinking a garden hose. I don't get the metaphor for the show.
Well, we haven't been able to do stream it for so long. We were the garden hose kinked up.
Oh.
And now we're just gonna throw tons of content at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
We're
feel like that was
showering.
pretty
We're showering you with
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Because
Jeez.
we've been built up. We haven't been able to put it out there to the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good little imagery for you guys.
Been working on your house too much.
And we do have so much that we're basically going to spend this episode just catching up on specifically movies
Love it.
that we've watched recently. And the next time will be TV shows.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But first, instead of the usual opening question, I couldn't think of one. So I found a BuzzFeed quiz
Oh, that's
that
fun.
we can all take together.
Oh my
We
God.
can read the questions aloud and then each say our answer. But the name of the quiz is pick out your favorite TV shows and movies and we'll reveal exactly how cool you really are.
Oh, it's a coolness thing.
Oh, this is by
Yeah.
Burn David. David
Wow.
burned you.
There was a different one that was like answer these and we'll tell you which 3 characters you were. And I did like a test run, but 2 of the characters they gave me I'd never heard of. So
Oh, that's tough.
they were from like anime shows, which is
Yeah.
fine. But I was like, I don't think any of us would know who these
Right,
people
Yeah,
were.
I'm not up on anime.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
one was Leslie Knope, and I was like, "That's great," but I
fits.
don't know the other 2.
Cool.
All right, so do you want to just jump into it? I can read the questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. You have a 20-page essay to write that's due at midnight, but you're staring at the TV and that bowl of gummy worms on the table instead. Which of these TV shows will you fail your English class for? And then I should probably read all the options, right?
Yeah.
Stranger Things, Glee, The Good Place, Riverdale, and then it says you sure you want to choose this one? The Witcher, or How to Get Away with Murder.
Wow. I mean, I've seen 4 of those 6. But I mean, Stranger Things has got to be the best one on there, right?
That's- Yes.
Yeah.
I nominate Stranger Things as the best one on there.
Well, I mean, it's your own choice.
Oh, okay.
I think the point
Didn't know if
here
we-
is like with The Good Place, it's like you're just gonna zone out and watch a bunch of
I
lighthearted
mean, it's
stuff.
a great show. The Witcher was good. I've
But-
seen most of Glee.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna pick Stranger
But
Things,
Stranger Things
and
is
it's
like
not
the
even a
most
question
epic.
with Sarah. Although
Yeah.
Glee's on there, and this is
did.
the biggest Gleek I've ever met.
Oh, that's awful to hear.
There it is. It's out there.
Oh, no. Yeah, I also, Stranger Things. All right. Have you guys clicked your answers?
I have.
I've
I've moved on.
submitted.
Okay. Which of these shows is your favorite? There's only one right answer here. I don't know why they said that. American Dad, The Simpsons, Family Guy, South Park, Futurama, The Cleveland Show.
Are we going to discuss or should we just pick?
I think we should let the audience know our answers, because otherwise they wouldn't.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna pick South Park. I've been with South Park since 1997, so
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's so funny and smart and witty.
For me, it's a toss-up with Family Guy and South Park. I think I'm going to go with Family Guy.
I'm going to do South Park too. I feel like I've seen the most of it. Okay, who's your favorite Spider-Man? Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, Miles Morales.
This is tough. I'm gonna say Tom Holland, but it's only because I think his stories were like how they used him, and he got to be in with the Avengers and stuff. I don't want to just say it's recency bias. I love the Tobey Maguire first 2.
Yeah.
The third one wasn't
So
great.
I think the big thing with, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Tom Holland one, they didn't really do a whole like backstory like they did with like Tobey Maguire. Like I just watched Homecoming, and it's kind of like he got bit, or like we knew about that, and now he's like becoming like a part of the Avengers and like learning how to use the suit is kind of more the speed. Whereas like Tobey Maguire was like, he's at school, he got bit, and then like the whole origin story. So I do love an origin story with these superheroes. So it's a tough, but I like the whole Avenger piece, and like the suit is awesome for Tom Holland. So I'm between those two.
Toby and Tom.
Yeah.
I like Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Good call.
Did you also pick Tom?
I did.
Oh, okay. All right. Your beloved best friend just made you watch a 3-hour documentary and you need some action in your life. Which movie will it be? The Terminator, Transformers, Thor Ragnarok, Captain Marvel, The Hunger Games, The Maze Runner.
All right. This is a slam dunk for me with
Yeah.
Transformers. Give me some Optimus Prime.
I'm going to do
Locked
Thor
it in.
Ragnarok.
Oh.
So, because this says the Terminator, I'm not going to pick it. If it was T2, that would be different. That is so much better than the original Terminator. I also am going to pick Ragnarok because it was so cool. Like, it was such a different, cool
Yeah.
Marvel movie. And then
So are you guys, you're the same person at this point.
I think so.
Yeah, I think they've all been the same.
Nice, nice.
Okay, which one is number one? Bob's Burgers, The Flash, Rick and Morty, The Queen's Gambit, The Good Doctor, Daredevil. This is a weird group because
is.
you think they're going with like an animated theme.
So I've seen all these. Oh, no. Yeah, all these but the Queen's Gambit.
You haven't seen The Queen's Gambit?
No.
Wow.
It
That was
like
huge.
It was a big wave of it, and just never jumped on. And I've only seen like a little bit of Bob's Burgers, but Rick and Morty I love. But I also really liked The Good Doctor. As far as like,
You do.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was like hooked on that. But I think I'm gonna go Rick and Morty. It's more iconic rather than like another Doctor show. Although, nothing bad to say about The Good Doctor.
I'm going to go with Bob's Burgers.
You love that one.
I
love
love
it.
Bob's Burgers too. I'm not going to pick it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're finally breaking. Mine is, yeah, I'm going to pick Rick and Morty too. The Queen's Gambit I loved, but sometimes to me when it comes down to something that's really stupid and funny compared to something that's really serious and like,
But like Rick and Morty is so out there.
yes. And alone, the thing that puts it over the top is strictly the,
Pickle Rick.
no, it is intergalactic cable.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, this seems to be a real unscripted. It's just too good.
It's so good.
And there's only like 6 Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, it's a mini series.
Yeah.
So you need
You need more.
a little more than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, which TV show makes you want to erase your memory so you can watch it all over again? Prison Break, Money Heist, Grey's Anatomy, This Is Us, The Office, or Killing Eve?
It's kind of slam dunk like Transformers for
Yeah,
you.
it
This
is.
It's The Office for
Yeah,
me.
me too.
The Office for me as well.
I haven't seen most of these. I did watch a little bit of Prison Break, and it was super good.
Oh, I loved Prison Break,
Yeah.
especially the first season.
Yes.
But The Office, I've already watched it through twice, and like wish I could forget
Yeah.
it and watch it all over again.
All right. Make a tough decision. Superstore, Kim's Convenience, Gotham, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Next Step, Supergirl.
Superstore gave me like an eyebrow raise because I did enjoy that one.
I've heard it's good. I haven't seen
It
it.
is good. I've watched I've watched most of that except in the new season, and thought it was really good. But Brooklyn Nine-Nine is my jam.
9-9.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Okay, cool. All on the same page. You know, Superstore, so I watched this show called Good Girls that I think I've mentioned before.
Yes.
And it's a comedy, but it's like also like a drama. But the store that they shop at is Superstore.
Oh,
Or
really?
no, Cloud9 is like the name of that store,
Yeah.
right? It's the same universe.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, you just got some money, and of course you have to spend it right away. What will you burn some cash for? A Game of Thrones start, winter is coming necklace, a Captain America bandana for your dog, a Groot planter that dances around when you're not looking, a Mega Pikachu plushie, there's a lot of these, a cute Beauty and the Beast snow globe, a totally relevant SpongeBob shirt, these are really rough,
Yeah.
A Hogwarts stamp so you can have an actual reason to write letters to people, or batarangs?
Batarang.
To personalize your bat cave with.
Well, this is a no-brainer for me, and it's the Batarangs. And a fun, quick story is I once bought actual lethal Batarangs for my brother for Christmas one year.
Wow.
I had to do it when we weren't living in the same house because he would have used them on me if we were. But yeah, that's like the only thing there.
Yeah, these are rough.
Yeah, wouldn't spend hard-earned money on any of these things. So I'm going to go with the Mega Pikachu plushie.
That's weird.
Well, I wouldn't pick any of them. So I'm going to pick the most ridiculous
I guess
one.
I would have guessed you were going to go with Groot.
Yeah, the Groot was cute, yeah.
I'll do Groot.
That's
that was
Pikachu.
that was a bad
That's going to
question.
throw off
Bad
your
job.
personality.
Bad job by... maybe it won't.
Okay, movie night. What's on the menu? Wonder Woman, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Titanic, E.T., Star Wars, A New Hope. I don't know what... Is this like a randomized database that this guy grabbed movies from? Because they're all super different from each other.
Maybe that's the point. Maybe it's like, are you a
Yeah.
like cinephile and
That
want to
makes
go with
sense.
E.T. or Star Wars?
Or Titanic. I
Or
mean,
Titanic. Yeah,
those are
Titanic's.
like the three big ones on there.
If I'm watching it alone,
Wonder Woman was so good, though.
I know I've seen 4 of these tons of times,
Right.
and then 2 I haven't seen. I haven't seen Star Wars or Titanic, so
Yeah, that's what I thought.
no. If I'm watching it alone, it'd probably be. God, I'm like torn up between Wonder Woman and Star Wars here, and I've seen them both a million times. You know what? I'm gonna go Wonder Woman because I've seen Star Wars probably twice as many times as it. And E.T. I've seen a bunch and recently watched, so. But that's just me.
I might do E.T.
I love E.T. So
haven't-
good.
I haven't seen it in a long time. Plus, I was on that Spielberg kick not too long ago.
Yeah.
And E.T. Boom.
E.T.'s a picture in his production company.
Right.
I'm going to do Star Wars.
Oh, obviously.
But it was a toss-up between Star Wars and Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates.
That was kind of a funny movie. If you're looking for a comedy.
All right.
Oh, this next question.
Are you more of a movie person or a TV show person?
Oh my God.
Oh, this is tough.
That is brutal.
I think I'm a TV person.
I actually think I'm a movie person because if you start a new TV show, like the commitment is big.
Yeah. I think I got to go movies too. I think they're just, at this point, still done a little bit bigger. But I love you get to draw it out. And they're basically movie quality, these shows now. But I'm going to go movies.
I just feel like I watch TV shows more consistently.
Yeah.
And then every so often I throw in a movie.
Yeah.
This should almost be done. I didn't know how long this quiz was. Choose between these movies or TV shows. The Walking Dead, Spirited Away, Get Out, Orange is the New Black, On My Block, Back to the Future.
I still haven't seen Get Out, which is bad because I think it's going to be really good. I've seen it On My Block, and I like that a lot. It's on my TV list, actually, because the newest season was just out. I watched Back to the Future 1 and 2 when I was on my Spielberg kick. Did he direct those?
No.
Oh, when I was on my 80s kick.
Oh, yeah.
Nice
Not to be
save.
confused. Nice save. And I've seen The Walking Dead, but that kind of gets old. I'm going to go On My Block just because it's recent in my head.
Is this asking us to like pick our favorite, the best one, or is it just saying pick one? Because if it's like tomorrow night, it's Friday night, I want to just watch a movie and hang out, I'm gonna pick Back to the Future. But if it's like, what's the best movie here? It's Get Out. So I don't know.
It's whatever you're feeling right now.
Interpretation.
I'm gonna pick Back to the Future.
Sometimes you pick Pikachu
Wow.
plush.
Yeah.
toy.
Yeah.
At least I didn't do that.
I'm going to pick Get Out. I wrote an essay on that my senior year of college, and I got a 95 on it.
Ooh.
So that's
You're
why.
a good writer.
Not to brag. I'd get movies. Pick another TV show, because why not? The 100, Travelers, Schitt's Creek, WandaVision, Homeland, The Big Bang Theory.
Schitt's Creek jumped right out to me.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the first season of that, and I really liked it.
Oh, it gets better.
I know. But I really liked WandaVision, too.
Yeah.
I didn't have issues with why they told the story the way that they did.
I mean, it's just
Why did they do
kind
that?
of arbitrary. Just pulling things
Except
out of thin
they
air.
totally wrapped it up and made complete sense. I also watched Homeland for like 3 seasons, and the first 2 seasons were awesome, and then it got wacky.
Oh, I
But-
didn't see that one.
I guess it's unfair for me to. I lean towards Schitt's Creek, but I haven't seen the whole thing, so I'll pick WandaVision.
Nice. So you did Schitt's Creek. Oh,
I did.
whoops. Schitt's Creek for the rewatchability, because there's so many.
Good choice.
That was tough. Now pick another movie.
Sheesh.
Howl's Moving Castle, Deadpool, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Pitch Perfect, Coco, The Matrix.
Oh,
Pitch Perfect.
so good.
Oh, this is easy
Easy.
for me, Coco.
I really enjoyed Deadpool. Oh, tough one. I gotta go Coco. When it came out, I was like, dang. So
Okay. What quote should be displayed at the center of your wall? for
We're almost
everyone
there.
to see? These are kind of hard to read. Oh my god. Mama always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. The flower that blooms in
Adversity.
adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all, from Mulan. The Lion King, Hakuna Matata. We fight for our future. We don't fight for revenge, The Walking Dead. Sanity is a valuable possession. I hoard it the way people once hoarded money. I save it so I will have enough when the time comes. The Handmaid's Tale. Or Bears beats Battlestar Galactica, The Office.
for me, I think I gotta go Hakuna Matata.
Good one.
Because it means no worries.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna pick that too because I feel like the Bears beats Battlestar Galactica is so overdone
Yeah.
now.
Very funny though. But
I'm going to do that too. The other ones are like kind of...
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And lastly,
All right. Which TV show can you honestly say you enjoyed the most? Sherlock, Game of Thrones, Dead to Me, Doctor Who, Never Have I Ever, The Good Wife.
I've seen 2 of these and I've thoroughly enjoyed them, but I mean nothing is quite on the scale of Game of Thrones.
yeah,
It's kind
it's
of
like one of the most iconic shows of the past.
So that's what I
It's a
picked.
layup.
Dead to Me. For me.
All right. What everyone get?
Ultimate cool legend.
What?
You're naturally the coolest person in the room in any given scenario. Mic drop.
I got you're fine. You could be cooler, but you're happy with where you are and won't risk making any sudden changes with your lifestyle.
Ultimate cool legend.
Yeah.
I had like the same ones as you.
No, you went off the rails. You went off the rails with picking Pitch Perfect. You know, I sprinkled in a lot. Back to the Future, WandaVision. It didn't matter.
Yeah. And
Man.
I
think-
still got it. Even I have a giant Pikachu plush toy.
Yeah, how are you cool?
Ultimately cool.
All right, that was totally worth it.
Jeez. That's a bummer.
We'll have to pick another one next time, Sarah.
Yeah, I
Maybe you
guess
can-
so.
Maybe
I should screen
you can
these
make up
and
for
like do
yourself.
mine first.
Yeah. Know all the answers.
All right.
Too much stuff in that pocket.
That was fun. Good call. There was some weird combinations of shows and movies
Yeah.
to pick against, but still.
But
pretty
I
good.
get that. Like, instead of having it be like 4 Marvel movies in one thing, because that's like picking between the same stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess we were trying to nail down.
Way to go, Burn Dave.
Although being cool is such another arbitrary thing, so it's like what
Not for us.
combination of things. Yeah, okay. But
It's just I didn't pick Game of Thrones.
Probably.
That was probably
you're
it.
like, oh, dead to me.
To me. Well, you chose like On My Block
Yeah.
instead of like some of the
popular right
really
now.
big shows.
I've never even heard of that.
That's good.
I know it's a Netflix original. And that's
Yeah.
like all I know.
It was one that like it came out at first, the first season, and I was like, oh, I'll give it a shot. Watched it, and then you're like, all right, we're gonna watch second season, third
Hey,
season.
TV shows are next week.
Well, yeah. But, just saying.
I'll come over there and slap you. It's a relevant joke.
Oh man.
Oh.
All right.
I didn't even realize.
Oh, I was with you.
That is
I was
pretty
with you.
good.
It's like, dude, it's a GI Jane joke. Oscars.
Okay. So,
Speaking of movies,
speaking of movies, what have we been watching? Want to just go around?
So this is basically from
Christmas time.
Christmas time
Yeah.
till now.
Yeah.
And we've had some things come out and drop.
Q1 2022.
Quarter one, yeah. 1st quarter movies. Ooh, maybe we gotta each quarter we do a movie recap.
Hey, I'm an idea and segue machine today.
You guys are so cool.
There we are.
Yeah.
Ultimate cool if you're
I mean,
Asking.
the GIF was Amy Poehler. I don't know what your image was.
Amy Poehler.
Oh.
Was it her with the hood?
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
so I
that's
still
just
get
the-
the cool gif.
Yeah.
All right.
Not
That's
so
something.
good, Burn Dave.
All right. I'm gonna start things off
Yeah.
with one that we've all seen right after actually did come out on Christmas.
Mhm.
I think it was a masterpiece in Encanto.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I watched it the first time. I was like, wow, that was really good. Like, I enjoyed it. Great music. And then, because I have a daughter and she liked it, we watched it again and again and again and again. And every time it got like better. And then it started to be like,
Yeah.
okay, I've seen it now. But after watching it like over and over, I was like, oh my God, this is like brilliant. Every little detail and just incredible. And my boy, who I don't like, wrote all the songs. Lin-Manuel Miranda, but I can look past that because I actually don't hate Lin-Manuel Miranda
Debatable.
if he just does like a little piece of the production.
A little piece?
A little piece. Like his songwriting, he did amazing. It's excellent. When he's got his own ice what is it?
Piragua.
Piragua and like has his own song for what reason, I'm out. But for this, he did an awesome job writing the songs and they weren't too like rap attack weird, and it was a masterpiece. You know, that's just my first.
I'm just finding it strange you said all the original music in this movie is a little piece.
No, he's a little piece of it. The people who sang it, like Colombian actors and actresses, were awesome. Like
you know, Mirabelle
what he wrote
is
was
Rosa
good.
from Brooklyn
She was
Nine-Nine.
unbelievable. And like the way they developed each character, and like, there was like a lot of characters for like a animated show like this with the whole family, and like they all had different vibes, and like it was great.
Do you know that Rosa recorded the Waiting on a Miracle song while she was in labor?
Oh my God,
I heard that, yeah.
I did not know that.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
I also heard that Louisa, she's the strong sister, right?
Yeah.
Disney didn't make toys of Louisa because they were like, oh, people are going to want Mirabelle and Isabella and the other characters and stuff. They were like, they probably won't really want. And people were like, where can I get a Louisa toy?
Yeah.
And Disney like had to scramble. They were like, uh-oh, we screwed up.
Right.
And I was just like, this seems so dumb. She has her own song.
Yeah.
She's like, she's the reason that Mirabelle's like, something's going wrong because she can't like lift stuff as much.
Right.
And they just like didn't make the toys because she wasn't like, I honestly think because they were like, she's not princessy enough, which is so messed up.
I think that's at the same time though. I think that's what they were trying to get away from, was having that like same image of female, and they had all different. Their eyes were different than the princesses of like every Tia Peppa looked different than Luis, looked different from Julieta. Like they all had a different like look and vibe, and it's more like real people. Like, but that's kind of the first, or they're starting to break that mold more and more, which is awesome. I feel like it like kind of ended with Tangled, and now like Moana's a little bit different. Still kind of has that.
Well, I
same
mean,
look.
Frozen, they were princesses.
Frozen, they were. You're right. But anyways, they're kind of getting around away from that like one look, and like Luisa's the perfect. Like it makes sense that people like are loving her, and her song is maybe the best.
Yeah, I feel like hers, besides We Don't Talk About Bruno, was like the big viral song from Encanto. Like,
Yeah.
her character took off the most, I feel like.
You guys are on TikTok. I'm not. I've heard there's like tons of Encanto TikTok.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, yeah, people like do the dances and like all
The part
kinds
where
of-
they're like walking.
yeah,
That's like a big trend. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I was just trying to say something. No, I can't remember.
my niece actually watched it, loves it, has a Mirabelle dress, and
Oh,
she said, I like Mirabelle because she has glasses like me.
Right. Yeah. It's
that's
brilliant.
adorable.
I also like how there's no villain in this movie. There's no bad guy. There's no like, it's all just like a family and their story. And I mean, there's magic and like the house and everything that she's got to like figure out and the miracle and stuff. But it's not like someone doing something bad to like.
Bruno's
tear
more
them down.
misunderstood than a bad guy.
Yeah, and he's not even bad. Like,
No,
yeah,
right, no, but
yeah,
he's like misunderstood. They're like,
right,
they don't talk about him.
right.
There's a whole section in the movie about it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Which part was that?
Yeah, just really, really good.
I did see a TikTok about, it was someone saying like usually the grandmothers in every Disney movie are like the one good character. Like in Moana,
Oh yeah, yeah.
she's the one who would like encourages her. They like listed a bunch of examples,
Yeah.
and then they were like, but then like the one in Encanto.
Abuela.
Yeah, they were like, I don't want to talk about her.
Yeah. Yeah, she got a little lost.
Yeah, she
holding on
redeemed
to the
herself.
miracle, trying to protect it.
But then during Dos
They needed a new
Orie, or
foundation.
I don't know how to say it, her song, her like story.
Two
Yeah.
caterpillars.
Oh yeah.
It means caterpillars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote.
Did he? I saw some
Yeah, he wrote it, but he had
someone else saying it, obviously, yeah.
someone else who wasn't like a voice character in the movie. But
Because that was up for like best original song at the Oscars, I think.
yeah. Yeah, the music was incredible. The thing about the Bruno song, when they all sing, they're like during the table part, and they're all singing different, like I don't know all the jargon to the music, but different like cadences of their like chorus or their verse, all at the same time, and it's all like I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They all sing them at the same, and it like works, but they're all different and like different speeds and stuff.
It's kind of your
crazy.
boy's style.
Yeah,
You haven't seen Hamilton yet, have you?
I haven't.
No,
And
so
I,
that's like they
All
do
of
that.
Hamilton.
They
I need to watch Hamilton to finish my Lin-Manuel Miranda like what I think of him.
I was
It's the
just
last piece.
listening to a podcast where they were also talking about that specific part, and apparently that's called a Mirabelle. That's like what it's
Ah,
called when people are singing different parts over each other.
whoa.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
Now what do you think of him?
I said I'm impressed with that. I'm super impressed with that. I also love that all the like people that were in it are like have some kind of Colombian like heritage or something, or are from Colombia, and I just felt like that was so authentic. Like the guy, the pop singer or whatever, who did the end song, like
I think it's
me and Kanto or something.
yeah.
like it's just awesome. It's feels so authentic, you know, and it just adds to it.
Instead of having Ferris Bueller play an African lion,
Oh, yeah.
grown-up Simba is Matthew Broderick.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that broke my immersion. In that movie. Even as a kid, I was like, I liked young Simba better.
Yeah.
I mean, that was still JTT,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
but yeah, Matthew Broderick has a very his
Yeah.
like a weak voice.
Right.
So Encanto was my first one. The next one I watched that I really liked was Get Back, the Beatles documentary.
Oh, yeah.
8 hours, so it's a long one. It's 3 parts, and you can.
Should
was-
this be in the show section, or is it a movie?
It's a documentary, so I don't know. I can skip it.
Is it a docu-series?
No, but it's
I
wicked
don't-
cool. It's
I'm actually, that's kind of a...
yeah,
hard
but
one to
it's
distinguish.
it's on Disney Plus, and it's just incredible. And the thing I love most about it is it's called Get Back, and it's about the Beatles recording Let It Be, and it's their last album they make together, and it's the whole thing, and like there's conflict between the band throughout, and all this stuff, and then all of a sudden you see Paul McCartney sit down at one point and just start playing the riff to Get Back, but you don't hear Get Back for 7 hours. But they keep adding it. It's like, oh, now we're coming up with the lyrics. And then it's like, oh, now we put it together, but we haven't mixed it correctly. And it's like, can you just play the song? So by the time they play it, you're like, yes, finally. And it's like, I've also heard that song 500 times in my life. It was just really well done.
That is cool. And they had real footage from...
Oh, they went through like 100 hours of actual footage from 1969.
That's super cool.
It's really cool. And it's wild, like...
Was The Last Dance like that? They had footage from
Mhm.
the...
You haven't seen The Last Dance?
No,
Dude, you're wearing Jordans.
I am. I love Jordans.
Anyways, you
I'm
know,
just saying the found footage thing is like cool, or like that throwback stuff.
when you're watching Ray or Walk the Line, and it's like, oh, yeah, I got a song. Here, I'm just going to sing Walk the Line, Johnny Cash's biggest song. I'm just going to sing it for you right here. It's
Right,
like,
right.
or in Bohemian Rhapsody, it's like, we're in a farmhouse. We're going to come up with Bohemian Rhapsody. They're actually doing it in real life.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, what if we did this? And then they're like, that word doesn't work. Try this word. It's just insane. It's like, what key is it in? And it's just like them coming up with the songs is wild.
That is cool.
But yeah, it's 8 hours. This is a commitment.
Yeah, sure.
In 3 parts?
Yeah.
Okay. I do that
I would like to see that.
that was like January, right? That
Yeah.
came out. I remember that was like a huge thing. I recently watched Shiva Baby
Shit, baby.
on HBO. It's about, this isn't like a spoiler, this is kind of like what you're given if you were to like just look up the movie. This young girl who's like a senior in college is attending a Shiva, which is like a funeral, like the service after in like the Jewish community.
Okay.
So like all of her family members are there, all of like family friends, so everyone's like asking what she's doing with her life and she has no idea. And she also secretly has a sugar daddy who happens to be at the Shiva and she finds out like is married and there with like their infant child. And it's just like the whole movie takes place at this Shiva in like the few hours that she's there, and it's super like dialogue driven and just like super fast paced and like secondhand like cringe and stress because like just everything is like happening all at once and she's like panicking, but it's like super funny and yeah, kind of
Who's,
like a little hidden gem.
Nice. Do we know who the actress or no?
No.
Oh, wow. Cool.
I'd heard a movie podcast where people put that on their like top 10 of
Yeah.
last year or something.
Oh, that's cool.
I haven't seen it, but what is it on a service?
HBO.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
I think it was like a 9-minute short film that the director made like a couple years ago, kind of just as like a proof of concept
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And then using the same actress, like made it into like a legit movie.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
I
I'll have
recommend.
to check that one out. The other one I watched was our boy Ryan Reynolds, Free Guy,
Yeah.
which I thought was going to be like a cheesy, like kind of comedy that you just like kind of put on and like whatever. It's kind of, but it ended up being like pretty good and like it caught my attention. Basically, he's you've seen that, right?
Mhm.
Did you see it?
No.
Oh.
An NPC.
NPC. But he's like an artificial intelligence in a video game that starts to learn like have a consciousness, and so he starts making his own decisions, and people that make the game and like are playing the game think that he's another player in the game because of his own decisions, but he's a piece of the game that's now like becoming his own thing, which in like today's day and age is pretty wild to think that like you could create like a digital world and have things like living in it. If they can have their own consciousness, then like that's like wild. That's like having a remember those Tamagotchis? Like having it be like a real pet that like thinks and needs things like,
and wakes you up at night and then still dies.
Right, for sure. Like, but just like that whole artificial intelligence and having a consciousness was just like a cool concept to like bring to a movie. And then there's also like people who developed the game and whatever drama between the owner and this and that, and stealing of someone's work and like hiding it in the game, and I don't know, there's this whole like story to it which was really good, but and it was funny. It had like the Ryan Reynolds humor and stuff, but it was just cool to have like a tech movie like that and like show this kind of scenario for kind of a first time. It's kind of original in that sense. So yeah, I ended up really liking it.
Yeah. I was very surprised too.
Yeah, it was cool.
It kind of reminded me of like Wreck-It Ralph,
Yeah.
but real life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
I'll give it a shot. I've explained to you guys I'm not the biggest Ryan Reynolds fan.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi is the like game developer,
Oh, is he?
the head
Yeah,
guy.
he's funny. It's like a little bit playful at times, like and silly, but then it's got its comedy, and then you're like, oh, that's actually kind of like a cool concept. I guess that's what my big takeaway was. I was just like, oh, that's like kind of crazy and cool to think that like that could be a thing.
Mm-hmm. And just the little details they add in like the background too, like when they're in the game, it was just like fun to like notice and be like, oh, that was clever.
Right. Or
Which
like,
is
like the jumping like into the wall, or like
Yeah.
like funny like people who have played games know that there's like the little silly like you can only move so many ways, but they had like that going on in the background and stuff, so it was funny.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, when you're playing an open world game and there's like a bird near you, and then you get close and the bird flies away. It's like, it's funny they thought of that. Exactly what would happen.
Right.
There's also, and this isn't like a spoiler, but it's just like little stuff like this was like one of the characters in the game is Channing Tatum, but then you like see what the actual player like looks like briefly, and it's not Channing Tatum at all.
Like his avatar was like
Yeah.
this, like, yeah. I also liked the like people. Those are the NPCs, right?
Playable
Yeah.
characters.
So like
Non-playable
Ryan
characters. So the rest of the NPCs were like, I'm so sick of dying and like just getting like my money stolen and like all this stuff. So it was just like funny to give them like a personality or like a voice, which was funny.
The other main NPC is the friend from Get Out, who works for the airport security.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like trying to convince them that they don't have to like put up with it anymore, but they don't have that piece of like code or whatever. So they're like, yeah, I do. Like, this is my job. This is what I do. Go to work every day and my bank gets robbed.
Yeah, maybe I'll give it a shot.
I think you'd like it just because of the video game piece and like that little like cleverness that it has to it.
My stomach.
Yeah. Sarah's
didn't-
hungry.
I
We're
didn't eat
recording.
lunch.
We're recording this at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Let's breeze through the rest of them. The next one I watched was Eternals, the Marvel movie.
Yeah. I watched that.
It was fine. There's some aspects I liked, other things I was like, well, whatever. Again, like I don't know, where do we go from here? Like, they're going to return, but it's just, you had such a good idea with the Infinity Saga, like where it's heading.
Yeah.
Although they threw twists at you, like the snap you didn't expect and stuff like that. But now I'm like, you can't. I don't know these people. You burned up all the good superheroes.
That's what I said after Endgame with like all these side TV shows and stuff. I was
Yeah.
like, are they gonna be good? Because like Iron Man and like Captain America and like all these like main ones that you think of are like done. We'll use them, you know. But they have been pretty good.
Yeah,
Side stories. So
it was good. It was fine. I probably won't watch it again. Like,
I liked it though. I'm trying to remember. Like, I feel like
so that basically they were protecting Earth, but not really. And then everyone had a different power, but it all kind of turned into being able to like just shoot things out of your fingers and stuff. Like that's what.
that is not a good like.
What's his name?
Kumail?
Kumail. He just like pew 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 pew.
Yeah,
pew.
his was pretty silly.
But then Rob Stark was like, I can do that too, but with my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was fine, and I'm sure it might set something up, but it was like Angelina Jolie's in this, but she's not gonna use her power for 2 hours. It was like, come on.
This is really dumb, but my big like hang up was when the so there was like a being or like what was it, a god, like
celestial, yeah.
inside of the earth that was going to come out and destroy the earth.
Spoiler alert. Jeez.
Oh, sorry. Well, but his hand came through like the ocean, and I was like, I don't even, if something the size of the earth or like even just a little bit smaller, I feel like a hand, the perspective of the hand was too small to be
as
on
big
screen. Like they showed like a big wide shot of the ocean, but still that's such a minuscule part.
But wasn't he growing? Wasn't he like
I think his head pops up too.
Yeah, I think it was like the you know those little things back in the day, they were this big, you put water on them and they went phoop, and then you had a T-Rex.
Yeah.
I think the Celestials are like that.
So he's getting bigger.
Yeah.
Well, for whatever reason, I was like, he's about the size of like the core of the earth, and if he were to stick a hand out, it would be like a whole continent's wide.
Right, yeah.
Versus like this little slice of the ocean.
I think he was growing,
like, hanging out at right now. So I was like, that's one really hard to show in a film, like something that big, unless it's like an outer space shot that like you see it. But other than that, like, I just feel like it would be so big that you wouldn't be able to show like a character and the hand. But very minute detail that doesn't really matter.
I felt like, I don't know what the first movie would have been about, but I felt like there should have been a movie before this one.
Kind of setting it up a little more.
Yeah, because in 2.5 hours there's like 8 of them. So you like meet them, you have to understand their backstory, what they all do. I still don't know their names.
Yeah.
And then also here's this giant plot about what they're doing right now. Could be a whole movie in itself.
Right.
So I don't know. I think that they should have maybe been introduced in a different movie first, and then they're like, here's this big mission.
Right. That would have been good. I know it was a lot to take in. You're like, all right, so you're like protectors, you're living amongst, and you've been silent for all these years, and like, we couldn't interfere with New York, and like,
I love how like when people are like, why? They're like, we just couldn't.
Yeah. Sorry, we're past that now.
Yeah, it's not our job.
That's like when they asked like Captain Marvel, like, how come you didn't help all those other times? And she's like, there's other planets. Like, okay.
Been busy.
Yeah. And I hated Sprite.
Oh my god.
The younger girl.
That almost ruined it for me. Well, I mean, it was not like I love this movie. She almost ruined it. It was like, yeah, that could have been better. So I should say she kind of did.
Yeah.
She was the worst part.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I watched Tick Tick Boom.
I did too. That's on my list.
With Andrew Garfield. It's the musical on Netflix.
Directed by Cam's boy.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Michael Bay?
Nope. Lin-Manuel Miranda.
But he really doesn't have, like...
No, he's not in it.
You wouldn't know.
Oh, he is in it. He's a Spanish-speaking chef.
for like a second.
That raps.
No.
Surprisingly, no. I don't think he sang at all in this.
Good.
But I don't remember the
Was it good?
Jonathan
good.
something.
Yeah. So it's the guy who made like Rent, like the Broadway musical.
Okay.
And this was like his thing before that and kind of like what got his name out there. And it's about his life,
wow.
but it's told through like this musical.
Song.
So the movie is like kind of one of those like, it's meta where it's like he's putting on the show. And that's what you're seeing the songs through.
Oh yeah.
But you're also like seeing what he's talking about. You know?
So
think
it's a musical about him trying to write his first musical, which is a different musical.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a better way to say it.
Vanessa Hudgens is in it.
Oh,
great.
she's good.
Yeah.
Actually, like a really sad story.
It's
I
really
did
sad.
not know.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it doesn't even really get into this because it's later in his life, but he died the night before Rent debuted.
Dang.
Yeah, and he was 35.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like a bummer. Like they get, they're doing the musical and everything, and then it's like later on, he wrote Rent, and he died. It's
Yeah.
like
Jeez.
such a bummer.
Yeah. Yikes.
But I thought the music was like super good. It's also just funny because the musical he's trying to write during this is like a sci-fi, like epic musical. And everyone tells him like, no, this will never work. Like, this is too complicated. People can't follow along with that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Which would probably be true a little bit for like Broadway. But it's funny because that's like all we have now is just like sci-fi stuff.
Right.
But in I think it's like the late 80s. They're like, no, this is way too hard to follow.
Right.
And then, yeah, there is a scene that I didn't know, but I started to notice something. I was like, wait, I think I recognize that person. And it's like a huge callback to like a bunch of Broadway like superstars because like you wouldn't know this, but two of the Schuyler sisters from Hamilton are in a diner, and then everyone in the diner starts singing, and it's like this person was in Oklahoma, this person was in Hamilton, in Rent, and
Oh yeah.
so they do. It's like a thing I think they do in these like musical based on Broadway thing. It's like we know our history, and here it is.
Cool. I guess I got to see that.
Yeah, he was nominated for Best Actor for it.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
I didn't know Andrew Garfield could sing.
It's all right.
Lin-Manuel
Sings for him.
hired was like, I think that you could sing. I want you to be in this movie. And Andrew Garfield was like, I don't sing. And then he just practiced for 3 months and then
real
did this
Bradley
movie.
Cooper situation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Although he was singing country music, which is a little bit, I think, easier. I don't know. Maybe it's not.
I know George Clooney couldn't sing in a movie, so he just lip synced.
Very cool. I'll stay on the musical. I think you might have seen it. The redo of West Side Story.
Yes, I did see
haven't
it.
seen it.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Spielberg put his magic touch on that
The
one.
guy knows how to make a
I was
movie.
like, this is gorgeous. It didn't even matter what. And I think it was a giant, a lot of set work.
Yeah,
Like,
very
Realistic kind of sets and it was good. I mean, the story was pretty much exact
yeah.
because I watched. I mean, it's the same movie,
Yeah.
but they didn't change it that much. But yeah, it was good. At first, I didn't like the riff, kid who was playing riff. I was like, does that fit? And then he kind of grew on me, and I was like,
Yeah,
all right,
I
all
said
right.
the same exact thing, and my wife was like, I think they're just really leaning into the Broadway, over the topness of it.
Yeah,
He
I
was
guess
like,
that's what it seemed.
his voice was like, okay, dude, dial it down 4 notches.
Yeah.
But
then I kind of got used to it, and I was like,
Exactly,
all right,
yeah.
he's good.
And then Rita Moreno's a character who I don't think was in the first one, but she won an Oscar for the original. She was Anita in the original movie.
Oh.
Yeah, the shop owner.
Yeah.
That was Anita from the 1969 one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. That's really cool.
And then just the other day, Ariana DeBose won an Oscar for a part that already won an Oscar. Anita won both times for Best Supporting Actress.
Wow.
I didn't know she won both times. Or the character.
Yeah, the character. So in 1969 that one, and this year that one.
That's awesome. So wait, the character she played?
Yeah, you know she sings America.
Yeah.
Yeah, she won Best Actress, and then in 1969, Rita Moreno, who played Anita, won Best Actress or Best Supporting Actress.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, but it was good. I didn't hate Ansel Eckhart or Eckhart. Yeah,
So I had a hard time with him at first. Like I couldn't he didn't seem to fit in the amongst everybody else. Just like
I was
don't know,
expecting
maybe
him to
I've seen
ruin
him in
it.
other things and but he was fine, but it just took a minute to get there.
Definitely didn't he was it's tough him singing next to Rachel Zegler, who has an incredible voice.
Yeah, she was good.
He was ooh boy, a little pitchy. Like when he's singing Maria, this walking around, it's just him and it's pretty much a cappella. I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
That's what's holding me back.
That was a tall order for him.
You might just have to. I mean, you can skip it, or listen
all of his
to.
scenes.
No, it's fine when he's just acting.
Yeah.
The singing isn't great, but his acting's fine.
Yeah.
But definitely the weakest part. Everyone else was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, it was just so Spielberg-y and blockbustery looking, while also having that
the choreography
Broadway
and
vibe
yeah.
It was really cool looking.
Sarah is whittling away. I can hear her stomach.
Stomach is so loud.
All right. The next thing I watched, I actually had to rent, but now you can watch on HBO, is The French Dispatch. I was telling you guys about it.
Yeah.
The new Wes Anderson movie, and it is loaded. Owen Wilson, Bill Murray, Frances McDormand, Timothée Chalamet. It's pretty much everyone that is always in his movies. And it's about a newspaper, but it's episodic, so it's World, and then it's a 30 to 40 minute story about something with certain actors. Then it's Leisure, and it's or Arts, and it's other actors. And it's just, quirky, funny, deadpan. It's just funky sets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Shot, it's so unique. It's just Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
But I liked it a lot.
That's a really cool concept. I didn't know that was what it was until you said that. Did you guys see Don't Look Up?
I did.
Did you?
Don't Look Up. Oh, I watched half of it. I didn't
was
think it was that
disappointed.
good.
Yeah, it was disappointing.
I think it was one of my bigger movie disappointments that I felt in a long time.
Yeah.
It was way too on the nose. Was my thing. It was just you know what? We just lived through 4 years of this. You don't need to do the exact same thing on.
Yeah.
It was,
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just I don't know. I didn't really like the editing. I felt like everything was just so fast, which I usually I don't mind when movies are edited fast paced, but I felt like it was kind of hard to just get into.
Yeah.
And the camera movement was really fast, and a lot of the characters I just didn't care about, which
Yeah.
some of them obviously were intentional. The Meryl Streep as the president, I know
Yeah.
she was supposed to be awful, but
Right.
yeah, I don't know. It was a bummer.
A president doesn't listen to scientists, and a tech billionaire building his own rockets to go to space. It's this is real life.
Yeah.
It just was I mean, other than Jonah Hill, I don't even think anyone was really that great in it.
No.
Yeah. Didn't do it for me.
Do you have another one?
Well, I'm looking at my list, and
I have a couple. Do you want to?
well, I have Free Guy, which we talked about, and then I have the Atom Project,
That's the one I was saying I know you'll bring up.
which was actually pretty good, I think. But I also have Red Notice. Both of those are
Jesus.
Netflix, and they're all Ryan Reynolds movies.
I didn't see Red Notice, but I heard it was really bad.
Well, Red Notice also had The Rock, so
Well, that's you're
Of course.
that's
you're gonna
a-
go through anything to
Yeah.
watch The Rock.
And I don't not like Ryan Reynolds. I actually think he's fine. He's funny, but I didn't mean to watch like all of his movies this past 3 months. So I don't know. Should I do both of them?
Yeah.
So Adam Project was cool because it was guy going back or a kid gets visited from himself from the future, and they're going like there's this problem in the future and he needs his help from younger self and whatever, but kind of a cool like time travel-y action concept, so that was cool. And then Red Notice, I watched that like in January, real long time ago, but basically The Rock and I don't know, there's a whole bunch of twists. It's like a heist movie with twists and stuff, but they're like enemies and they chase each other, and then they get like locked up together, they escape together, and they're like working together even though they hate each other. And then like it keeps flip-flopping on who you're like actually like, oh, he's the good, oh, he's the good, oh, he's the good guy. And then it's just like a heist movie with that mixed in. And Gal Gadot's involved, and she's good. And yeah, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but yeah, both Ryan Reynolds movies. Apparently, I was on a kick.
You're on a Reynolds kick.
Yeah,
I liked the Adam Project. I just watched that one.
yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And I felt like he played a little different of a character than he usually does.
Yeah.
It was a little more like toned down, and
Yeah,
he was kind of like the straight guy, because the little kid was just like
right.
Ryan Reynolds times like 50,
Yeah.
which got a bit much. So like for once I was like, why is Ryan Reynolds the one that like
Yeah, the kid played the
I
Ryan
can
Reynolds
handle.
role, and he was like, yeah,
it was a bit much at times. I was like, okay,
yeah.
the writer got a little too excited with these lines.
Yeah, so both those were a good watch.
I can go through mine real quick because I only have.
Yeah, give us a little recap of the rest.
I guess I only have 2 more that we haven't talked about, or wait, 3 more. But they were so I always try and watch the like Best Picture nominations. So Nightmare Alley, which is on both Hulu and HBO right now. It's Bradley Cooper, and he's kind of lost, and he gets hooked in with Carnival, and he like comes up with these new ideas to like do this, and then he learns from this old carny how to do like this certain trick and he becomes basically a scam artist, and it like gets to be too far, and he gets in over his head. He like goes to cities, and like people are starting to be like, wait a second, are you ripping us off? So that was good.
Wow.
I watched Drive My Car, which was nominated for Best Picture, and it is a 3-hour Japanese subtitled movie. It was good. It's about a guy that is
Drives his car.
Huh?
That drives his car.
He doesn't drive his car. It writes a play, and the concept of the play is cool because it's in Japanese. It's in different languages. So like one person signs, but like signs in Korean, and then someone speaks Korean and then speaks Japanese. So the actors have to just play off the lines. But anyways, since he's the director, the company he works for won't let him drive his car. But his whole thing is like he listens to recordings of the play to remember his lines in the car. So they have to hire a driver, and then an unlikely budding friendship between him and his driver,
Wow.
But it's a slow burn. It's 3 hours long. And then
It's wild.
the other one, also another slow burn, it's on Netflix for Best Picture. It's called Power of the Dog. And it's a cowboy movie with Benedict Cumberbatch and Jesse Plemons and Kirsten Dunst.
Oh, wow.
And it's just like there's an awkward kid that's the stepson of Jesse Plemons and Kirsten Dunst's actual son, and Benedict Cumberbatch is like a hard driving cowboy with a secret. So but again, a lot of dialogue, a lot of like mistreating the kid because he's a little feminine and stuff like that. So it was turned out to be pretty good, but it was like, it was even slower than the one I had to read for 3 hours.
Oh my god.
You read a book.
Yeah.
I just had Turning Red, the new Pixar movie.
Yes.
Did you watch that one yet?
I haven't finished it yet.
Okay.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was like unique.
I loved the
compared
new
to-
different animation. Like,
Yeah.
the people were like different. They're like just the shape of the world. The art was different.
So
Which
from
was
what I've
awesome.
seen, and now that you mention this, I'm like having a realization. Doesn't it seem like that's what everything was animated like in 2002 when the movie's set? Remember, everything was like bubble letters and like
Yeah, maybe that's what they're going for.
bolder, and it
sort
was
of-
you
yeah.
like look at it now and you're like, what were they thinking? Like, I honestly can only remember this because of the text in the graphics and stuff in the Madden games at the time. It was like, boom, this is
Yeah,
Madden,
Right.
and now everything's like sleek and clean.
Yeah. It's definitely bolder and like bubblier.
Yeah.
But it's still very clean and like it looked great. Like it was awesome.
But like it looked more like Shrek than it did Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not like
Right.
2001 computers.
Right,
but
right,
like
right. And another one without like a villain. It was like this girl's coming of age and like her relationship with her mom and like again like the magic and the spirit that they have in their family or whatever and how they deal with it and whatever. But it was no villain. That's kind of a cool, I don't know. It's just another story that's more unique than like this is a bad guy, this is the good guy. You know, like it's cool.
I think it's funny how people have some strong opinions about this movie, the people who don't like it.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is just like, well, great. My son can't watch this because he's not a 13-year-old girl. It's like, get over yourself.
Yeah.
Grow up. It's about a 13-year-old girl.
Right.
That's it. And everyone's like, oh, it's about.
So what?
Her
A
going through
13-year-old girl
puberty?
can't watch Coco because it's about a boy? Like what?
Yeah. And I think it was literally just because, like, they make one passing joke about how, like, she's becoming a woman.
Right.
And everyone's like, oh, gross.
No. Yeah.
Like,
Ridiculous.
Shut up.
yeah.
Honestly, it was great that they like did that, and it was kind of the whole panda piece was like part of that coming of age for her, and if it was like a analogy or something, like, I don't know, like it was but
Euphemism.
It was, yes, a euphemism, and like the whole relationship with her mom, and like I feel like that was relevant to a lot of people, you know, like trying to navigate that. And I loved the like you're saying the 2000s. The boy band music
Yeah.
and do you know Billie Eilish wrote the music with whoever her brother maybe?
Phineas.
Who is it?
Phineas is her brother.
Oh yeah, they wrote it, and it's like they did a great job like nailing that like 90s, early 2000s pop band like style. It was cool.
I listen to that song at least once a day.
Oh yeah, it's catchy.
Yeah.
So yeah, another unique like Disney movie.
I gotta put my foot down and
I also
finish
watched
that.
Sing 2.
Oh.
How was it?
Good.
I like the first one.
Yeah. First one's like, I don't know, I feel like it was really good and it's been out for a while. And like now you're like, wait a minute, there's another one. And like the first one's kind of the OG, but the second one was good.
I gotta see that.
Yeah.
I'll wait till it's on streaming. I will watch it. I
Yeah,
like the
me
first
too.
thing.
Yeah.
That was all I had.
Sweet. Well, yeah, I guess we get to start watching more movies for quarter 2.
Yeah. Well, I think things are gonna start going back into theaters, which might hurt the.
I wonder if they'll come out faster though, like Batman is
Yeah.
and like.
Hey, dude, don't spoil the looking ahead.
Oh, sorry.
What a good transition. Though.
Yeah. Would go. Yeah.
For example, Batman comes to HBO April 19th.
What? Man, I'm looking forward to that.
That is super quick, though. I was really surprised when you first said that.
Yeah, it's like 45 days, I guess.
Yeah.
But honestly, why did we have to wait so long before?
That
What's
was
it
stupid.
hurting? Like, you're going to get more eyes on it. People are going to be like, sweet, it's on HBO.
Well, like, yeah, those first couple weekends in the box office, like, sure.
Right,
Like,
absolutely.
People really want to see it. They're going to go out. They're going to watch it. But then, like, yeah, like a month or two later, drop that.
Yeah.
Right on our
I think
streaming
45
service.
days is a perfect.
We're also, like, that's something streaming services can,
Yeah.
like, make money off of, being like, sure, it's not brand new, but we got it super quick, and you should still be, like, buying our service because of that.
Yeah.
I feel like before it was just because they wanted people to buy the DVD versions. So, like, they waited so that 3 months later you'd have to get it on Blu-ray. But
Yeah.
now it's kind of like,
Yeah.
I think they realize that that's dying a bit.
Yeah. The world's moving faster.
The fight is done. We lost. Stay hidden.
The key to hunting Jedi is patience. Jedi cannot help what they are. Their compassion leaves a trail. The Jedi Code is like an itch. He cannot help it. Where is he?
That comes out May 25th, and that looks
That looks
amazing.
good, yeah. It's
That's
exciting.
like movie quality Star Wars in like 6 episodes,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
That'll
Yeah.
be good.
And I just saw it comes out the 19th, 27th,
25th.
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 You know, good middle there. And it's 2 episodes. They're dropping the first 2.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
That is good.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, The Mandalorian was awesome. Book of Boba Fett,
I didn't see that yet.
But these TV shows have been pretty good so far. So
Yeah. Do we also have a Stranger Things date?
What was I thinking?
Sarah, you need to
Oh
eat.
slipping.
my gosh! I
You need to bring a snack for 10 o'clock.
We could get further into this for the TV show one. Next
Oh
week.
yeah, that's a good one. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
So should I? I won't even say a
Yep.
date. Don't look it up.
You got to come here for that info.
So we'll do the TV shows next week,
Yeah.
and we'll see you then. I'm gonna go eat.
All right.